Ron's opinion don't matter. Hopefully, y'all having a blessed, wonderful, beautiful day. Hopefully, all is well in your life. And that's real talk. Outside of any and everything, hopefully, y'all have a beautiful relationship with God. And if you don't have one, I say get one. Give your life to Jesus Christ. Because at the end of the day, that's going to matter more than anything we can talk about. I'm going to try not to be too long today. But we'll see how the days go. I got things I got to do, but we'll see how things go today. But the question of today is, do America have sleeper cells? And for those that might not understand or know what I mean by sleeper cells, basically people in America, more likely not supposed to be here, they're sitting in the cut, waiting for a moment to make an attack on American citizens or to cause some type of destruction or whatever. I mean, we're seeing some, in my opinion, signs of it. You know, people just doing crazy, wicked stuff, shooting up churches, all this other stuff. I don't know if these people are all Americans or not, but they don't. That part always don't really matter because you can be homegrown and still hate where you at, and still have hate for people and want to do damage or shoot, kill, whatever. But as y'all coming on this live, do me a favor, really, really appreciate it. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, join the channel. A couple of things else I want to talk about is we're building a good size YouTube family. My brother Jay from the Fatatular Show, Ant Like the Bug, Out the Pit, my brother Bam Bam, and so many more, part of this YouTube family. Top to bottom, hair and skincare is, just for y'all to know that's where I get my hair care products, my skincare product, my body wash, my candles. I purchase everything from there. But there's another one that has actually joined the YouTube family. Of course, that's a business. They sell all types of hair care and skincare products and candles. And I am 100% a satisfied customer. And that's real talk. Again, I think America has a lot of sleeper cells. And I think that's why I always tell people, take advantage of the Second Amendment. Make sure you're good because you have no idea what could possibly happen. I mean, a lot of time we go on about our day just trying to be peaceful, trying to be mindful of where we go, what we do, how we do it. And you just don't know. You really, really just don't know. It's very concerning to me. I don't walk around the world on a day-to-day basis worrying about every little thing that could happen. I really don't, honestly. I'm very mindful of my surroundings. I'm very watchful of my surroundings. I don't bury myself into the phone when I see a lot of people do. It amazes to me how oblivious sometimes people can be when you're just watching them and they so engulfed with their phone as they're traveling and walking through the street, even driving their cars. They're more focused on texting than actually driving the car. And I'm saying this to say that a lot of times we're so like this that we don't have an idea of what's going on around us. I try not to be that person. My phone, as I'm traveling around in the world and stuff like that, I don't engulf into my phone. I really don't. Yeah, what's up, man? How you doing? God bless you. Yeah, it amazes me that people walk around like that and they really don't think about. What's up? What's up? How you doing? God bless you. I was born and raised in a dangerous neighborhood. I've got street smarts. I need to be aware of my surroundings. Yes, you should. And this is not a political issue. This is just a safety issue. And what's up, Master? How you doing? God bless you. Welcome in. River, how you doing? God bless you. Welcome in. King Ghost, how you doing? God bless you. I look like an old friend, probably. I don't know. I mean, if you're from Philadelphia, you might know me because I'm from Philadelphia. But again, I see it so much And I used to spend a whole lot of time on the road, and I used to see people driving. Of course, there's a traffic jam, and I can't count how many accidents I've seen from traffic jam because people like this on their phone, and then boom, hit the car because they think the traffic is moving because they seen the car either to the left or the right shift a little bit, and then they go and bam, and they're hitting the back of somebody else's car. But even when I'm walking down the streets, because me personally, and I know everybody have their way, different way they move, I don't go through drive-throughs when I'm going to any place where they have a drive-through. I avoid the drive-through. And I know a lot of people say, oh, it's convenient, it's fast. I don't care. I pull over, I get out of my car, and I go into stores. Oh, okay, so yeah, we probably do know each other. Yep. If you're from North Philly, then we probably do know each other. Because I'm from the north side of, actually, Broaden area is about as close as I could give you. That's a bigger landmark of Philadelphia. So we probably do know each other at some point or another. Or cross paths. But anyway, this is, what do I mean by sleeper cells? Is people that have, because we had a lot of people enter into our country, we don't know what their intentions are. And what I mean by sleeper cells is they could be foreigners that came here for one specific reason, which is to cause destruction. They're waiting around for the right moment to make that happen. That's what I mean by sleeper cells. And a lot of times, because we're so oblivious and just moving about, we don't think that these things can possibly happen. And you don't realize it when this is the reason why immigration in every single country, and not letting anybody in no matter what country you are, this is why it's essential not to just let people in your country. I got a couple of friends called Mark that I grew up with. Well, actually, they were a little older than I was, but yeah, I got a couple of friends named Mark. Anyway, and that's what I mean by sleeper cells. People that are from, I mean, listen, don't get me wrong. America got its own problems, just based off the people that are here. But you can't do nothing about the citizens of here that are criminal or have bad intentions. We're going to have to deal with them, or we're going to have to lock them up, and that's it. And I get that part. But you don't invite more. You get what I'm saying? You don't invite more of that type of mentality into your country, because now you just escalated the problem even more. Not only do you got to deal with the criminals of your own community, neighborhood, and stuff like that we have already, now you just brought in a whole bunch more. And they don't, listen, they might have a worse mentality. You don't know where these people come from. You don't know what their intentions are. And you don't know how they were raised. So this is where it starts to get, you need to be a lot more concerned. But yeah, I do have, King Ghost, just so you know, I do have a friend called Mark. I have a few of them, but I grew up with a guy named Mark. Not too far from, actually, he lived in our neighborhood too. He was a big dude. He wasn't big. He was muscular, but he was kind of tall. Dark-skinned brother. But, you know, that might help. None. I don't want to give too much information about because he's on social media. But, yeah. But that's what I mean by sleeper cells. And you already got the criminal element that we have right here in America. Now you're going to invite all these illegal immigrants and people here. You don't know what their intentions are. And if you don't vet these people, and this is where you got to understand why immigration, legal immigration, not illegal immigration, is so important. When you check somebody, you got to treat it the same way you would check your home. You got to treat it the same way you would treat your home. If someone knocked on your door at your home, you're going to ask just to come in your home. You're not going to just let them in. You're going to check and make sure that person is who they say you are. Hopefully you would. And if you feel a little uneasy about it, you're like, nah, I think it's good that you stay outside. Why? Because I don't know who you are, and you're not going to just let them in the house. You get what I'm saying? So there's a reason why you do the same thing as outside your country. Someone comes into the country and you live on, you supposed to, these politicians and people that have control over this, that you give that responsibility to, compare this. All right, here we go. So, to compare an entire nation to your own home is ridiculous. Why is that ridiculous? Let me explain to you why it's not ridiculous. The reason why that's not ridiculous, so here's the point today. You're saying it's ridiculous. So what if terrorist groups comes through your border, like your country, and those very same terrorist group wasn't stopped at the border? Now they made it to your neighborhood, your community, your house. See, the reason why you stop it at the border is so that it never makes it to the citizen's house. That's an ignorant statement to make, to say comparing the two. You're supposed to compare the two because this is your country and that's your house. So therefore, we in America, we have a process. You can become a citizen of America. We have a process. That's why you check and you vet people. And that's why we have people that's responsible for that. But if you just open up the floodgates and let any type of people, you don't know what their intentions are. Now you got what we already have here, and now you invited more. Because all these other countries are not going to send their good, honest, and great citizens. You know what they're going to do? They're going to send the trash. El Hobby said Jesus didn't need guns. Then why did Peter have a sword with him? Why did one of the disciples have a sword with him? Now, guns wasn't around at that time. But Peter did have a sword. And I'm be honest with you, I love my country. Some people don't. They have their own. For me personally, I think America is one of the greatest countries in the world. I don't know if it's the greatest because I don't go to other countries, but as here, all right, you need to go read the Bible because the Bible also says there's a time to kill. There's a time for everything. See, this is where people start to get it. They say, thou should not kill. That's right. Meaning that your first intent should not be to murder somebody. But it also tells you that and you can defend yourself biblically when it comes to somebody trying to kill you. So you just going to sit back and let them kill. That's why Jesus said, yeah, he said, turn the other cheek. That don't mean keep turning. That means don't let your first response to something be for you to go kill somebody. That's what that means. It means don't let your first response, your attitude, your anger cause you to just go kill somebody because you're mad at what they said or something like that. But if someone has every intent to kill you, you have every biblical right to off them first if it means your life or theirs. The Bible says, thou shalt not kill. David didn't fight Goliath with a sword. Yeah, he used a slingshot. That's a weapon. A slingshot is a weapon. So if you swing a slingshot and you throw it, that's now that rock became a projectile. The same way if you fire a gun and that bullet becomes what? A projectile. It's no difference. It's still a projectile. You using a weapon. See, this is where everybody gets it mixed up at. They look at guns as different than any other type of weapon. A knife is a weapon, a gun is a weapon, and it's used to, the intent of the weapon is for you to defend yourself from evil or bad intentions. So it's still a weapon. That's why even in America, our Second Amendment don't say guns. It don't say the right to defend yourself. It don't mention guns. It says bear arms, meaning that any type of weapon. Any type of weapon. And it's a tool to use to defend yourself against evil. Now, I mean, you want to stay that way? If you think not having, let me put it to you like this. If you think not having a weapon is a good idea, then if somebody was to come rob you, let's say somebody was to come rob you, and the police in America showed up, right? But the police is smaller, thinner, and weaker than you are. And that police don't have a firearm to stop the person that does. How's that going to play out? You see my point? Listen, a lot of people from Democratic ran or liberal mindset, this is what they think. This is where they go wrong at. They equate guns and violence in the same together. That's why they always calling it gun violence. Guns don't have a personality to be violent. It's a weapon. It's a tool that's used for different things. But in our Second Amendment, it says the right to keep and bear arms shall not be infringed. Why? Because the best person to protect you is you. You are your first line of defense against bad intentions. The police is 3 to 6 minutes away, minimum. You are your best defense against bad intentions. Yes, Andre, guns aren't the problem. People are. Mary Flynn says, why not use just your fist? Because criminals don't play fair. So, all right, if somebody comes up to me and they got a firearm, get ready to shoot or stab me. Let's say they got a knife. You think I'm going to use my fist with somebody with a knife? You think that person that has the knife is going to say, you know what, before I stab you to death, go ahead and make that 911 call. I'll wait till the police show up before I actually attempt to kill you. See how that don't make sense? I got plenty of things to defend my home with. That's just decoration. Right, Andre? You don't. My thing is this. If you're a criminal and you got bad intentions, I don't want it to be fair. If you walk up on me, and this is real talk, if you walk up on me with a knife with the intent to try to kill me with a knife, and I got a gun, you're going to get all of that. You made the choice that you wanted to try to rob or do bad intentions to me. And if I'm sitting on a gun, if it has 15 rounds, you're getting all of it. That's real talk. Because you had to be stupid. You already made it worth it when you decided to do the dumb stuff. See, I have no mercy for criminals. I have no filter. If you out there doing, people work their behind off to get and obtain the things that they have, and you because you chose to be trifling, you want to go rob and steal from somebody who's working. They put their livelihood into their life, into the stuff. They work their jobs, work all week, 2 weeks, got paid. Somebody say, oh, it ain't worth that. No, it's not. You made it worth it when you decided to do it. Yep, I'm not going to be fair about it. Listen, you watch criminals go out there and carjack people, take their car and still kill the person. You worked your behind off for your vehicle, for your livelihood, your money. Criminals are still robbing and taking from you. They still doing this stuff to you. And you think that somebody told you, oh, just give them what they want and they just going to leave. You know how many people died following that rule? If I have a chance to defend myself and end you before you try to end me, you're going to get ended. And I'm not advocating for killing anybody. I never in my life want to kill no one. Never. Ever in my life do I ever want to kill anyone. For any reason. But if you come to me that way, then it is what it is. You're right. I'm not going to wait to get the AR out the trunk. See, this is why criminals are able to do what they do. Because you let politicians tell you to lock your guns up. You let politicians tell you to put it over there in a safe place. Criminals don't care about none of that. That's why they always going to have the upper hand on you, because you're so busy trying to follow the law and do all of these restrictions that they put on you, because that's what the politicians want. They want you to follow the law so the criminals can have full reign over doing whatever they want to do, because they already know criminals ain't going to follow none of these rules. The best place for a criminal to play, the best playground for a criminal is a gun-free zone. Because all that does is open up space for a whole bunch of victims. Oh, this is a gun-free zone? Oh, okay. I know they're going to follow the law here. That opens up, you letting these politicians make you a victim. By telling you that guns are dangerous, or you shouldn't need all of that. Like when you think the police going to show up in the moment. The moment something happened to you, do you really believe that the police is going to be there? They would love to. I'm quite sure most police officers would love to be there before something happens to you. I know they would. Most of them. But that's not reality of life. That's not the reality of life. The reality of life is you could be out there minding your business. Someone can say, oh, that looked like a possibility. I can come up on them. And now they're trying to rob you. Now they're trying to steal from you. Take whatever you work hard for. You put your life into whatever it is you obtain in your life. They value what you got so much that they're willing to put their life on, not knowing what you may have or may not have. They still value whatever you have so much that they're willing to put their life on the line to take it from you. And you think that that's okay to just, See, here's the thing. It's just like your country. If you just let people come into your country, they're going to take your country. And you don't defend it. If you just let people walk into your house and take over your house and you don't have a way to defend it, then they just took your house. That's why I say every American should have the right to be, not only just keeping their arms, should have access to the best weapons possible to defend yourself again. Not from criminals, government tyranny. Yep, play stupid games, win stupid prizes. And this is where you keep falling into it. Make sure y'all please do me a favor, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. Appreciate it very, very much. And this is the reason why I tell people, again, he said this is Usher's daddy. What's up, Donald? How you doing? You right, that's right, bro. And I'm going to keep preaching the message until it hit home. Until I see Americans stop letting these politicians tell them what they can and cannot have and stop voting for these type of people because they're tyranny. So I'm going to keep preaching. I'm never going to stop preaching this message because I want everyday honest citizens, the ones that are not out here trying to hurt and do anything damage to anybody. I want them to take full advantage of their Second Amendment right and stop letting these politicians lie to you and tell you they're going to protect you. What's up, Dirty Money? He said, Mega Monday, baby. That's written in Chinese. I don't understand it, but how you doing, too? Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. My thing is this. How many times have you seen these politicians say, oh, we're going to improve this and we're going to improve that? And they listen, they got so bad at doing their job that they started trying to decriminate. They started making certain crimes not a crime no more. This is how horrible these politicians are at doing their job. They can't, because they don't have an idea how to reduce crime. The way they started reducing it is, oh, we're not going to report certain crimes no more. Now we're just not going to report certain crime. That way on paper, it looked like we're reducing crime. Thanks for that compliment, Salt and Pepper here. I don't know who you are, but I said excuse me, but thank you for the compliment. Cow peas. Yeah, I listen. At the end of the day, I feel like that's why I always tell people I believe in the Second Amendment because I believe the right to keep and bear arms is my responsibility first to protect myself, my family, and those that are around me that I care about. That's number one. It's the police job to clean up the mess that they decide to come do. China Cracker said, cornball. You might be talking about me. I've been called cornball before. I actually like the term. Uncle Ruckus. Yeah, I'm good with that too. I love it when people come to my live and start calling me names. Dirty Monday, yes, from Dirty Monday. Hit that like and subscribe button. Y'all can call me all the names y'all want. Just make sure y'all hit that like and subscribe button. Cops are more likely to hurt you. Possible. I don't know for sure. I'll be honest with you, I've had more regular people try to do stuff to me than cops. But yeah, I know what you're saying. There's a level of police officers that don't know how to behave themselves. But I know a lot of police officers, and I'm friend with some, and that they're not all bad and they're not all good. Most of them are pretty cool. You don't have no issues with them, but there are always some that fly off the handle. Yeah, I'm okay with rock. I don't care what names don't bother me. When people call me names, it doesn't bother me. That's my whole point. It doesn't bother me. I don't So when they come to my live, I get called all types of names. It's cool with me. Because my thing is this. My thing is this, is that if whatever is going on in your life, this real talk, whatever is going on in your life, right? And you feel the need to come here and call me a name because, and my thing is, it might be helping you. And I can take it. I'm cool with it. Like, it don't bother me. So if I feel like if you got something you need to let off and something in you and you just want some anger to let off and you want to be able to say something mean or nasty to somebody, then I'm okay with it. So it doesn't bother me. What's up, Wesley? How you doing? God bless you. In most cases, wholesale candle warehouse. In most cases, if you don't break the law, cops will leave you alone. But all right, here's the thing. And I agree with you, Wesley. I mean, wholesale candle. I agree with you. But here's where you have to be a little bit iffy with that. See, I grew up in North Philly, right? And if anybody knows anything about North Philly, that's a tough neighborhood. Very, very tough neighborhood. It's rough. And I'm not going to sit there and be oblivious to the fact that there are some police officers that go rogue and step outside the compounds of what their job really is. Have I in my lifetime have had a bad experience with police? Yeah. Not all the time, but I have. In some rare cases. But most of the time, no. I rarely ever had problems with them. Listen, I don't interact with the police a whole lot anyway, because I'm not out there breaking the law. But there are some rare cases where I had to interact with the police. And now I'm where I had to interact. Now, do I trust police? No. And I know that might sound crazy because they're human first. This is where you have to understand something. Do I trust all police officers? No, because I know the uniform does not change your behavior. The uniform does not change your intentions. It might put you might want to act right. So I don't trust all police officers just because they're police officers. If the police knock on my front door, they're not just going to get invited in. They're going to stay outside. What y'all want? Oh, no, you don't come in my house. No, what do you want? You can talk to me outside because my house is my house. Now, if they have a warrant for something, that's different. But I don't trust police enough to just say, oh yeah, come on in, it's okay. I don't know what your intentions are just because you got on a uniform. So I have a level of leery with them too. So I'm not ignorant to say, oh, police officers don't do bad stuff. There are some. But the vast majority of police officers that I've came across, I didn't have to deal with that issue. But I know that it happens because there has been some rare cases where it has. So I'm okay. Listen, policing is not something that I'm against. I'm okay with policing because we need it. Because people don't know how to behave. They just don't. Listen, I grew up in North Philly, and I'm telling you, by far, Philadelphia is has a large criminal element to it. And I'm gonna tell y'all, here's my point to this. Years ago, I'm in the back seat of a minivan with my relatives, right? This is how ignorant some people can be and how dangerous sometimes people can be. We're sitting at a stop sign. Two guys are walking by while we're sitting there at the stop sign. Now, they tried to be, ignorant, real ignorant. They started walking now we were sitting there already to let them go by. They started walking across real slow to be ignorant for no reason. No reason whatsoever. Right? And we just looking at them. I'm in the back. They really couldn't probably see me, but they can see the two people that was in the front seat. They're looking at him, waiting for him to get across the street so that they can go. When he got into the middle of the street, you know what he did? Because he thought we was being impatient, he pulls up his show and shows his gun. Like what? What y'all gonna do? For no reason. That's what he did. Now, what y'all gonna do? Now see how fast he could have just turned around and started shooting at us for no reason. All we doing is sitting at a stop sign, waiting for them two to walk by. Because he's so on edge and looking for a reason, he takes his time walking across, trying to provoke something. And then what? Then flashes his gun and say, what? Say something. What was the point? This is what I'm trying to say. Now, he don't know what's in the car. He don't know who's in it. He can see in the front, but he couldn't see in the back. He don't know what I had or anything. We let it go. Eventually, he got out the way and we went on about our business. But this is how stupid some people in these type of neighborhoods can be. This is not everybody. But you have a small element of people like that will looking for a reason to victimize somebody, and that was not one of the days. Right. And this is where it gets ignorant. And that's why I tell people, in that moment right there, he don't know what was in the back seat of that car. Because he really couldn't see me. He only seen the front two people. What's up, that Opal guy? Thank you. God bless you. Have a good day, man. Real talk. DC Drones. Saying hi. How y'all doing? Yeah, I'm not going to be here too much longer, but I just want to get on here and like I said, be aware, man. There's a lot of sleeper cells out there, and I know y'all don't understand what I'm talking about. Some of y'all may understand, but don't be so. What is my favorite rifle? My 458 SOCOM. My 458 SOCOM is my favorite, if you asking me. What's up, Plain Day, Z-Day? God bless you. But yeah, like I said, you know, so you in America, yeah. If you look up, you have to go online, and if you Google it, you'll see what I'm talking about. The SOCOM will put down big game probably in one hit. It's a lot bigger than it's a lot bigger than like a 5.56 or a 308. The actual bullet is very fat, but it's Donald, I think you need to go look up the Epstein file information before you go back with that one. Yeah, it's an AR platform. Oh, wow, man. Promise. Hopefully be safe. God bless you. Be safe. Hopefully nothing happens with you. Now here's the thing. I don't know a whole lot about Slayer. I'm trying to respond to your question about, do I agree with him firing 60% of blacks from the military and most women? Here's the thing to me is this. When it comes to the military, I want the best of the best. I don't give a darn what your skin color is. This is real talk. I can care less what your skin color is when it comes to the military. You know what I care about? Are you really there for the right reasons? Meaning, are you really there to put your life on the line to protect this country? That's what I care about. I can care less about your skin color. If you qualified and you good at what you do, whether you black, white, or any color, it don't matter to me. I can care less. Because at the end of the day, qualified and quality matters more. Here's the thing you got to understand about the military. United States of America, African Americans, what I call melanated people, we only make up 13% of the population. All right? 13% of the population we make up. So in the military, you're probably going to end up with the same demographics. Because a lot of black people don't like going in the military. We're not so quick to jump up and sign up for the military. That's just real talk. So when you say 60% of black people being fired, my question is, why did they let them go? And honestly speaking, this is not going to be popular what I'm about to say. I don't want women in combat. I don't want women in combat. And then this is me. This has nothing to do with nobody else. I love women. I think they're amazing at a lot of things. But there's some things I just don't think women should be doing. Here's my point to that. If you sick, right? Let's say you sick. Let's say you sick. And you a 300-pound man. And an ambulance pull up and you got to be hauled off. And there's two women in there that weigh about 15 pounds, 115 pounds. And they got to get you on a stretcher. You think they're going to be able to lift you? So there's some things I love women all day long. But there's just some things I just think women should not be involved in. That's just me personally. Well, my thing is this, Slayer. Again, if you got a company and you require them to wear a uniform and wear a certain way, that's your company, right? You're head of your company. And if people don't follow your rules or the head of your company, what are you going to do? You're going to fire them. Now, the thing of it is that if the military have a standard and how you supposed to present yourself, I don't care what your color is, how you supposed to present yourself. If you can't adhere to the standard of how you supposed to present yourself, then you shouldn't be there. That's it. If you don't like the standard, quit. Get out of there. Go do something else. It's the same thing with me. I used to work for a company that I didn't like the management that they had hired. I didn't like it. He was a bona fide racist. Not somebody that I say was racist, I'm calling racist. He was a bona fide racist. And I went and told the company, I said, listen, y'all can do what y'all want to do. I'm giving y'all 2 weeks. Either he go or I'm going. What's up, my brother? What's up, my brother Jay? How you doing? God bless you. I said, either he go or I go. See, I had my own standard. And guess what ended up happening? They looked at his value and they looked at my value. They looked at what he was bringing to the company and they looked at what I was bringing to the company. And they did not want to lose me as an employee because I wasn't management. I was an employee. And they said they let him go. You know why they let him go? Because my labor, my performance was extremely profitable for that company. And they knew it. They said, if this man go, we're going to lose a lot of money. So they let him go. See, if your value ain't up there, your say-so ain't going to be very far neither. That's the difference. Now, if they got rid of him specifically just because they was black, then he wrong. They flat out wrong. So if my thing is this, if they can justify why they let them people go, and they skin happen to be melanated, cool. But if their reason for letting them go is because they were melanated, then that's a problem. And I got a problem with that too. But I'm not going to make assumptions. I need facts. Because they will be assuming as opposed to having facts. Top to bottom hair and skincare. How you doing? God bless you. Welcome in, welcome in, welcome in. That is my favorite company right there. Just so y'all know, top to bottom hair and skincare. That's my favorite company. That's where I get all my hair care products. That's where I get my skincare products. And I love the stuff that they make, and that's where I get my candles. So if anybody's on this live and you're looking for some hair care products, skincare products, candles that are amazing across the board, top to bottom, hair and skincare is where you want to go. They're in the chat right now. I appreciate y'all showing up. God bless you. And just so y'all know, tomorrow, Tuesday, we're going to have what we call top to bottom Tuesdays. And that way people can come in and y'all get a chance to have question a whole lot, ask questions about their products and stuff like that tomorrow. That's what we're going to have top to bottom Tuesdays. So if y'all got questions about some hair care products, skincare products, they're going to be on my channel live tomorrow. Y'all won't see me. Y'all see them. So please come in tomorrow so y'all can check out top to bottom hair and skincare. Y'all get to have a chat with them, talk to them, find out about their products, see what they make, what they're about. Believe me when I tell you, they take care of my hair care. And even though I haven't really actually combed my hair today, no, I'm not a veteran, but I have much respect for all my vets. And if you're on this live and you're a veteran, thank you so much. I mean that from the bottom of my heart. Thank you for your extreme sacrifice. I love it. I love it. I love it. And I am extremely grateful for all that y'all do. In my opinion, I know people ain't gonna like this. I put veterans above presidents. And that's just me. No, I ain't got nothing to do with nobody else. In my opinion, I put veterans above presidents. Why? Because they make the ultimate sacrifice. They put their life on the line. And that's just me. Donald, what's that? Donald, you funny, man. Donald gonna watch his hair live. What's up, King Cash? God bless you, dirty. That's funny, Donald. Thanks, man. I appreciate that. Donald, you made my day, man. That was funny. See, Donald, that's why we love you, man. Even though you get on our nerves sometimes, that's why we love you, Donald. That's funny. Well, I don't know which one you're talking about. What you talking about, Jay? You said there's one you disagree with me. I'm trying to figure out which one you talk about. Because I said a whole lot, so. But yeah, like I said, top to bottom skincare said, yeah, it's a good idea. I agree with her. It is a good idea. I might have to do that one day. I got to figure out how, though. Oh, okay. Yeah, that's cool, Jay. You know, we got nothing but love for each other, man. We got nothing but love for each other. And I mean, and you know what? And see, this is what I love about my brother Jay. He don't have to agree with me. And this is, see my point to this, y'all. He said he disagreed with me. See, I ain't mad. He said how people get mad. Oh, you mean man? What's wrong with you? Nah, I'm still serious. And this is the difference. I'm not mad at him. I ain't upset with him. And that's why we can disagree with each other and still have nothing but love for each other. And this is my point. And listen, he might have a great point of why he disagreed. And I might have a great point why I disagree. But at the end of the day, that's my brother. I ain't got nothing but love for him. All I know is, if me and him go to combat, and we got to pick our squad, I'm going to shove all the women to him. Now I'm being an asshole, but no, it's all. No, Jay, I understand. Listen, I don't think all women are bad in combat. Listen, I don't think all women can't be in combat. That's not my point. I don't think that women can do it and be in combat. My point is that there's a difference between the strength level, the ability level, and a lot of different things you're going to have to deal with. It's going to be a different level of. That's the reason why they lower the standards for certain things for women as opposed to doing men. That's why we separate sports. And that's it. Do I think all men won't be able to? I mean, all women couldn't be able to hang with some men? There's some out there. I'm going to lie to you. There's some more. And that's what I mean by the qualification. Here's my point to that. Let's just say there's women out there that meet up with the very same standards that the men have to do to become military. They didn't change it. They didn't lower it. They kept it right there. And then they went and they accomplished all of the stuff that everybody else is required to do, rather you're a man. Then guess what? I think they should have the right to go. Now, me personally, I don't want women in combat. That's my personal choice. That's why I made it clear that this is a personal opinion. This had nothing to do with what do I think the military do what they decide to do. I was making it personal with me. I don't want it. I could be flat out wrong. And I'm okay with being wrong. I would just say I don't. Right, that was the point that I'm making, is that like here's the thing. If women performed in every aspect of the game on the same level as men did, we wouldn't have separate sports. You get what I'm saying? Now, there might be some women out there that got some real basketball game that can probably hang with a lot of men. But it's not going to be as common as it would be if it was men. That is the point that I'm trying to make. So that's where I'm talking about. What's up, Daryl? How you doing? God bless you. Yeah, we can just listen. First of all, we do shows together. And in our show, we have disagreed many a time. We wasn't arguing with each other. It's all, listen, this is why we are here. This is why I'm here. This is why the Fattacular Show, when you go live, listen, if you want here right now, go follow the Fattacular Show. Go follow Top to Bottom Hair and Skincare. Listen what I'm trying to tell y'all. And there's others that we have that are part of the family. This is why you should join the family. Join our YouTube family, become part of the family, follow the Fattacular Show, follow Top to Bottom Hair and Skincare. And the reason why I say that is because you're going to come part of the family. Then you're going to understand how this is where you go to let your hair down. That's it. We ain't got, listen, I talk loud because I talk loud. I'm not angry. I'm not mad at the world. Listen, I am blessed of God. When I say I am blessed of God, that's internally. That's nothing to do with money, wealth, anything, nothing like that. Me saying blessed of God is an internal thing that's happening inside of me on a day-to-day basis that I just love it. I love what God did with me. I'm not perfect by any means, but I love what God did with me, and I love the change that He has made in me, and I love it. And I'm at peace and I enjoy it. So this is the place where you come to enjoy yourself. This is where you come to have fun. I ain't taking no bubble bath. I know, Donald, I ain't taking no bubble bath. Leave me alone. But yeah, but like I said, y'all, this is the reason why. Well, I'm be honest with you. To testosterone, I'm against abortion. Anybody know me? They know I don't like abortion. I know 100% that abortion was designed to keep the black community population down. And unfortunately, we have a lot of melanated women that have fell for that trap. And I hope one day we really be able to shift that back where the melanated people in the American population start to increase like it should have already done. So no, I'm not for abortion, and it sucks, but you know, that's just where I'm at. And I believe that it was a design. You know, there's a lot of things melanated people argue and debate about, but I think abortion has been the bigger killer of everything. That has been the bigger killer of the black community than anything, more than anything in the United States of America. Abortion was the number one racial attack on black and Hispanic, mostly black, but in Hispanic, attack on the community that has been the most effective. And that's abortion. That's just my opinion. I'm not saying that I'm right, but that's my opinion. And that's where I think, outside of everything that the melanated community is dealing with, I think abortion is the number one murder tactic that has been the most effective at keeping the black community numbers down by more than anything across the board. Because over 600 600,000 abortions happen in America, and this is from the last time I've looked, which was probably a little while back. The black community make up 40% of that. So 600,000 abortions that take place in America, the black community make up over 40% of that abortion rate. So that right there, how is it that the community that only has 13% of the population is making up for 40% of the abortions? That's forget the crime. I mean, listen, forget the murdering and killing on the street once they're alive and they become teenagers and all the crime and stuff. That right there is by far the number one attack on on black and Hispanic community, melanated people community, than anything else. And it's been by far the most effective. Why? Because it's not a gun being held. It's not a knife being held. It's legalized murder. And it's been effective. And I hope as a community we get away from it by far. I hope that melanated community, black, Hispanic, and all of those get away from. I hope that we put the abortion clinics out of business. That's why I'm glad that the Donald Trump administration started defunding Planned Parenthood. Donald, you need help, bro. And of course, the poverty has a factor in there too. Welfare, poverty, and all that other stuff. But my thing is this, we don't have to fall for that trap. We're better people than that. We are better people than that. I love all people, and I love my black community, melanated community. There's a lot of wonderful, great things about us. I mean, I know a lot of times the black community and get a lot of bad rap, but I'm going to tell you something. Being a black person, growing up in a black neighborhood, there has been by far more good things that have happened to me from black people than bad. By far. By far. So I don't have any hate against any community, nor do I have any hate against my own. There's some things about our own I don't like, but for the most part, the black community is just as good as any other community out there. By far, just as good as any community out there. The thing about it is that most of us, we judge the world based off of social media. We judge what we see on the world as if that's real life. Social media is not real life. Ask yourself this question. Every day you get up and you go out about your day every single day. Racism is not your first thought when you get up in the morning. It's not even your second thought when you get up in the morning. Racism isn't your third thought, fourth thought. By the time you think about racism in your course of your day, it's because somebody may have brought it up or something that made you struck it. You're worrying about getting to work, paying your bills, maintaining your lifestyle, if you got kids, how you making sure the kids eat, what you gonna cook. There's so many other thoughts that go in your head. Racism is not on the top of that list. And if someone says otherwise, you're lying. Yeah, and that's my whole point. Listen, I love this country. I love the people of this country, regardless of the color of your skin. Now, if you turn out to be an a-hole, then I deal with that accordingly. But for the most part, Urban Wildlife says, when I wake up, my first thought is I gotta pee. And I'm quite sure that's probably a lot of us. I don't think old Christian men should tell women what to do. I'm be honest with you, Donald. You don't have to tell women what to do when you're a real man. You don't. See, if you're a real man, Donald, I'm talking to you. But you listen. If you're a real man, you don't have to exercise that type of authority. See, when a real woman is around a real man, you know what? For some reason, they just want to serve you. See what I'm saying? You ain't forcing them. You ain't making them. You ain't hollering or screaming at them. It's something about the aura of your manhood that just make them want to serve you because they get joy out of it. I know you don't know about that, Donald. I know you don't know about that, but I'm just saying. You know what I'm saying? Daddy taught me well. Took him a while, but he taught me well. No, I'm just messing around. Y'all know I joke around. But no, it's truth to what I'm saying. And that's real talk. It's real truth to what I'm saying. But make sure y'all hit the like button. Please hit the subscribe button. Again, top to bottom, hair and skincare. Please check out their YouTube channel. Check out their product. The link to the store is in their YouTube channel. So if you following top to bottom, hair and skincare, which are in the chat, you'll be able to understand what I'm talking about. Give that show a try. And there are times that we have done lives where we've done giveaways. I've used my channel for them to do giveaways and stuff like that because I honestly, and this is real talk, they don't pay me to say this stuff. I believe in their product. I really do. And that's what it is. I'm not a paid person, anything like that. I buy all my product from them. I don't ask them for discounts. I don't ask them for breaks. I purchase, I tried it. I love their product. And I'm just telling you, if you're looking for skincare, hair care product, you might want to check them out. And then please check out my brother, the Situational Show. Join the family because it's a lot of us. And we, even Donald, who come in the chat with, hey, he family. He's what we call our cult leader. He's still family. We got love for him. We don't listen. Donald, even though that's not his real name, Donald is one of the people that have been following my channel for a long time, and he say all the craziest stuff you can possibly say, but we still got love for him. Matter of fact, a while back he actually came on my channel live, and he gave us a tour while he was out on vacation in Vegas, and we was chilling. We was in there acting a fool. And at the end of the day, he had said some crazy stuff, but at the end of the day, we still got love for him. We want the best for him. Why? Why? Because, again, he's part of the family. He's our cult leader. We want to make sure he's good. And y'all see, he's still in there. Listen, he's still in there making his jokes. But yeah, I'm going to get up out of here. I'm really... Martin Springer, yeah, I do drink coffee. Look, I drink coffee. That's coffee in that cup. Christy Toppy, love me some Trump. Here's the thing, I appreciate what my president is doing. You know what I mean? I got nothing but love for Trump, man, and I love what he's doing. And no, Trump is not perfect, but at the end of the day, he's doing a great job. And I got everything I voted for, so I had no complaints. And I'm enjoying it. Yeah, you say so. But yes, Carlos Lopez, God bless America. Yes, man. God bless America. Renee said Trump ain't doing nothing. Well, he's doing what I voted for. I'm getting everything that I voted for. And you saying economy failing, but I'm killing the game right now, investment-wise. So, say what you want to say. Obviously, you weren't paying attention to his... You weren't paying attention to what he campaigned on. How's your visa look these days? Hey, Donald, honestly, man, Donald said Ron's going to do a live ice bus. I would love to. I ain't going to joke. No, real talk. Let me get a chance to go hang out with Ice. I'll be there in a minute. Yep, Carlos, you're absolutely right. He said Trump mine was illegal. That's funny. You said you paid attention to everything he campaigned on. All right, well, I paid attention too. So I voted for the border to be closed, and it's closed. I voted to get rid of these illegal immigrants. It's happening. I voted for no tax on tips. I'm getting it. I voted for no tax on overtime. I got overtime. I got it. I voted for him to put tariffs on these countries and stop letting all these jobs leave the country and force these businesses to come back over to America and start manufacturing, making them here. I'm getting it. So for somebody else, I understand him, but for me, I'm getting everything I voted for. Everything he campaigned on is exactly what he's doing in office. You might not like it, but for those that voted for him, we're getting what we voted for. 100. Renee said the border's not closed. It's open. It's definitely open. You're right. It's not closed. We just don't have all these people pouring in the country like they was. And that's what I mean by closed. Meaning the only way you come over, you should be over here, is because you came the right way. But anyway, I appreciate y'all hanging out with a brother. I really do. Make sure y'all smashing that like button. Make sure y'all smash that subscribe button. Please check out Top to Bottom Hair and Skincare. Please check out my brother Jay for the Fatacula Show. You join these people, then you're going to get to meet all the other people that we are, the YouTube family that we all get together. And, we have a good time. Tomorrow, we're going to, it'll be our first Top to Bottom live show on my channel. So there might be some glitches because this is our first shot at this. But please come in, check it out. And that way y'all get a chance to put in the chat, talk to them personally. My face will not be in the place. It'll just be on my channel. And then y'all get a chance to talk to them and maybe get to understand what their product is, what they make, how they do, the organicness, ask questions, go online, purchase, spend some money, whatever the case may be. So please check it out tomorrow. We're going to do a trial run tomorrow. We're going to see how it works out because we never done this before. So it's going to be our first shot at it. So y'all going to have to bear with us. But outside it. Christy. Anyway, but Christy taught me. Stop giving me the finger. I'm not giving nobody. Just wait. But I said, at the end of the day, before I get off here, make sure, regardless of anything I say, y'all have a relationship with God. That is by far more important than anything we can talk about. And that's real talk. I got to get ready to get up out of here. Everyone, please have a blessed, wonderful day. Peace.